Pisces, welcome to your September Celtic Cross. This will be a monthly reading. This is Empowered World Tarot. We are a new channel. My name is Holly Christine. Thank you guys so much for being here. Let's get into it. Spirit, angels, guides, ancestors of love and light, we thank you for your help today with Pisces reading for whatever they need to know for the highest good. So take what resonates, leave the rest. Feel free to reverse or exchange the energies as necessary. And let's see what's going on. We'll clarify everything. We'll get some advice cards as well as an oracle at the end. And let's see what's going on. All right, you are in manifesting mode, showing up as the Magician. Crossed by, challenged by the Knight of Pentacles. Things moving slowly. In your focus, the Ten of Swords. There's a painful ending. In the recent past, the Ace of Cups, an opportunity, or a new opportunity rather, for love and joy and happiness to overflow in your life. In your strength, the High Priestess. That's your inner knowing. Paying attention to your intuition there. In the immediate future, the Two of Pentacles, doing a juggling act, going back and forth, just trying to keep the balance of things. The energy supporting this reading, the Nine of Cups, your own personal wishes come true. Satisfaction, emotional balance, and happiness. And love, the outside influence you may or may not be aware of. The Knight of Wands. There might be somebody coming toward you at this point in time, ready to express some passions or some interest perhaps. We'll see what's going on with the clarifiers. In your hopes and fears, we have the Seven of Wands, blocking energy, being blocked or blocking something. And the potential outcome, the shadow side. This is the same as the Devil card in other decks. It shows some kind of unhealthy behavior pattern showing up there. The overall energy of your entire reading, we have the Two of Swords. So there's something that you can't see and you can't decide something because you can't see everything or you don't want to. The underlying reason for this reading, what brings us to this specific reading today, the King of Swords. Some very determined, logical decision maker and action taker there. Okay, all logic. All logic. They put their heart in their back pocket, that King of Swords. They don't really let them be part of the decision-making process. So somebody's been just thinking with their logical mind or taking action with their head versus their heart. So let's go ahead and get the clarifiers because we talked about it as I laid them out. Two of Swords in the overall, what you can't see. What you can't see or what you don't want to see that has you at some sort of, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. What you can't see or what you don't want to see. What is the Two of Swords doing here in the overall energy? Creating all this doubt. And we have the Death card. The Moon. And Justice. So this speaks to some sort of ending and transformation here with the Death card. It's faded. And then we have the Moon, which is things that are hidden, things that are buried beneath the surface, things that are yet to be revealed. So that doesn't help any. What we can't see is what we can't see. And that we have a full moon coming up on the 7th. I believe it's, see, today's Monday. I believe it's on Sunday. Um, but yeah, there's the justice card could be multiple things. Let's look at the bottom. The hanged man. You're just on pause trying to gain perspective. Better take that blindfold off so you can really see what's going on. Because the justice card is all about bringing in balance. Some sort of ending and transformation to bring in the balance, but you can't see it. And it's yet to reveal itself anyway. So maybe with the full moon coming up in a week. Again, this is for the whole month of September. So after the eclipse, it's not just a full moon, it's an eclipse. So maybe after the eclipse, it'll be revealed, perhaps. Okay, let's move on. We're going to take a look at your magician card, how you're showing up. What does Pisces need to know about this magician? Showing up, manifesting. What you manifesting, Pisces? Clarity. That's what you want. You want to get your thoughts straight. You want to know what's going on. The Knight of Wands and the Six of Swords. Gaining clarity about moving on to a better place. Going somewhere. On some kind of trip, on some kind of journey. The Knight of Wands feels impulsive to do so. Motivated by inspiration and fun and play, or even any kind of emotional rush going through yourself. Somebody might be coming in, or you might be going somewhere, but whatever this is, you are manifesting it. You'd like to gain more clarity about these inspirations of this travel. Let's look at the bottom. What brings us here? The King of Wands, masterful action taker right there, very passionate and attractive energy, passionate, extremely confident. This is somebody who knows what they want and they know how to go about getting it. They don't second guess, they just go. Sending out that Knight of Wands, they just go also. Following what feels good. Okay. You're gaining clarity, or you have gained clarity here. Four of Swords, time out for clarity, manifesting clarity, knowing what you want and how to get there, or heading there, or somebody heading here, or something like that. Let's take a look at what's crossing you, this Knight of Pentacles. This is slow energy, so slow that it feels frustrating. Show us the Knight of Pentacles in your challenge position, challenging this manifestation. Speed, timing, slow. Somebody who wants to go slow. Because this person doesn't want to go slow. The Knight of Wands with that King of Wands at the bottom. They're ready now. They want to manifest now. But there's this really slow energy that doesn't even feel like it's moving. Four of Pentacles. Holding on tight. They're digging in their heels. They're being stubborn. I don't want to move. I'll go at my own pace. You're not going to rush me into anything. King of Pentacles. This is how it's being managed. This is their management style. Oh, Three of Swords. It's a little bit heartbreaking. It's a little bit of a disappointment here. This thing that's going so slow. Holding on tight. They got a grip. Digging in their heels. Digging them in. Either because of heartbreak or causing heartbreak. That Three of Swords is emotional pain. Digging in. Oh, they're going slow because of emotional pain. They have to manage it this way because of emotional pain. I think that's what that is. Let's look at the bottom. What brings us to this part of the lineup? Yeah, we're talking about a new opportunity for love here. going really slow. It's how I have to do it because of my broken heart, something like that. And you're not going to force me to go faster. So, my advice, Pisces, is don't rush it. Even though you're ready and you want to go and you want to get the show on the road, whatever's crossing you needs to go slow. Show us the Ten of Swords in your focus. A painful ending. Painful ending. Painful. Or maybe it's you that needs to go slow. But it doesn't seem that way because you want to go fast back here. So this has got to be a different energy, like somebody else slowing it down. All right, Ten of Swords, painful ending. It's in your focus position. Show us the Ten of Swords. What does Pisces need to know? Get a couple extra cards here. Five of Wands, the Fool, the Nine of Wands, the Two of Swords, which is the overall energy for the reading, and the Seven of Wands, blocking energy in the hopes and fears. Can't see the block. Let's start at the beginning. Five of Wands, conflict. The conflict is some sort of painful ending, but it's followed by a new beginning, a brand new start, a new adventure. Oh, is that the conflict? A new adventure? The Nine of Wands is next, showing that we're in pain. We've been through a battle. It was a painful ending. So we can't see how this is blocking our way forward. Okay. All right. So there's been this painful ending. We have our walls up a little bit here with that Nine of Wands. We're the wounded warrior. We're in protective mode. And we can't see how that protective mode is actually blocking our progress forward. That's conflict there. Okay. At the bottom, what brings us to that part of the lineup? The Nine of Pentacles. Well, it's showing somebody single here. They're doing just fine on their own. So we're here because, well, we're single, but we've been through a painful ending. We're still not healed from it, though. We got our walls up because we don't really trust those outside of ourselves. And so that's the conflict. While we do want a new beginning, the Fool, we're so guarded that we can't see how our own guarding blocks the path forward. And so we stay single, I guess, for longer, perhaps, what this is saying. Let's take a look at the recent past. Excuse me. Sorry. Tickle in the back of my throat. In the recent past, the Ace of Cups. This was a new opportunity for love showing up. New opportunity for joy to overflow showing up. Brand new opportunity, but it's, I don't know, let's learn about it. Okay, Four of Wands. The World. And the Knight of Pentacles. And at the bottom, the Six of Pentacles. Commitment, closing out a cycle. Knight of Pentacles, really slowly. A stable commitment, closing out a cycle so slowly. Committed to closing out a cycle, but slowly. Very slowly. Getting everyone on the same page. Like, yeah, we got this opportunity here, but I need to catch you up to speed, and that is, I need to go slow. I need to go slow here because I'm still closing out cycles. I'm not done closing it out. I'm still working on it. Something like that. Getting everybody on the same page about it, making sure that everybody's clear where we stand. So it's kind of like you saying, "I gotta go fast. Let's go," and the other person going, "No, I gotta go slow." Okay. In your strength, the high priestess, your intuition, your inner knowing. Show us what your intuition is telling you in the position of strength, Pisces. What is your intuition telling you? Listening to your intuition. It is your strength. What is it saying? Is it your intuition or is it your mind? What's going on, Pisces? Let's see what's going on. You have the strongest intuition. What's going on? Page of Cups. The Hermit. King of Cups. And at the bottom, Three of Pentacles. Hopeful that we can heal and figure out all the little things that are in the way of this perfect match. And this is collaborating with others to figure it out, to make plans, collaborating with others, making plans, getting together with others. You're making plans like, how can we get together? How can we build this? Start out as friends, move on. Um, your inner knowing says that with the right attitude, you can figure this out. You can heal this and shed light on the situation of someone who is a perfect match to you. Someone or something. Okay, let's take a look in the immediate future. This Two of Pentacles, this juggling act that you're doing, this back and forth. There we have that Nine of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Lovers. Okay, so there's some back and forth going on here. And at the bottom, the Ten of Pentacles. It's tied up to something that would be ideal for you to manifest and put in your treasure chest of, this is what I wanted in my life. This right here. And it's showing somebody who is on their own. They're single. They're the ideal energy. And they are going back and forth with a connection on their heart. Back and forth, back and forth. A little bit of stability. A little bit of balance, a little bit of stability. There's doubt here too. But these energies, I mean, it's the ideal connection on the heart. It would represent that King of Cups. It's the ideal connection on the heart. The perfect match. The Empress, the ideal creation of this. Okay. Okay. Let's take a look at the energy supporting this reading, the Nine of Cups. Personal wishes fulfilled. Satisfaction, emotional satisfaction. Love, show us feeling good for yourself, Pisces. Show us the Nine of Cups. Supporting this reading, supporting your happiness, supporting your satisfaction, supporting your wish fulfillment. Ooh, the Tower. It's destruction. The Ace of Wands, a bold move. And the Nine of Swords, stress and anxiety. At the bottom, Two of Pentacles, going back and forth, back and forth. Oh my goodness, so we have to refer to up there. What brings us here is that. the Tower, the Ace of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. Uh, total destabilization here. A bold move that takes courage. It's new, it's inspired, it's something different. Taking some sort of action having to do with stress and anxieties for your happiness. Destroying, destruction, destabilization, a courageous action to get rid of the fears and head towards your happiness. I don't know what it is, but it's saying you got to do something bold. You got to do something different, Pisces. You got to take some bold action against the stress, against all the anxiety, against the thought after thought after thought. You've got to do this for the sake of this immediate future that you want. It's in support of you to destroy something by doing something different. And the destroying is destroying the stress. You got to do something different. It's part of this back and forth balancing act. So for the outside influence, we get the High Priestess, which is how you showed up in your strength position over there. So we have to refer to that. This Knight of Wands energy coming at you. Knight of Wands, inspired passion, feel good energy coming right at you with hope. With hope to heal. The King of Cups, your ideal match. Judgment, the High Priestess, Judgment, and the Five of Cups. This is saying we have to rise above the past, and this energy coming at you supports that. We have to rise above all the things that didn't work out in the past, all the regrets, all the sadness, all the loss, all the heartbreak. We have to rise above it. At the bottom, the Eight of Pentacles. It takes repetitive work to do this. Well, that makes sense. I mean, somebody's in this Nine of Wands energy, and again, they have their walls up. They haven't fully healed from the past. That's what that is. They've been through it, and they don't really trust what's going on. That's why somebody has to move slow because of this heartbreak. They have to manage things very, very slowly. And if you push them while they're in this place that they feel like they have to be, it's going to push them away. So you don't want to do that. As excited as you are to head towards them and to somehow rise above all of the past, you and them even rising above all of the past things that didn't work out, it's going to take repetitive work, repetitive focus, and a building of this skill to rise above it, to make decisions from above the fray of all the heartbreak, of all the loss. Okay, let's look at the hopes and fears. The Seven of Wands, please. Seven of Wands. There might be some change coming up with this full moon in your sign, Pisces. Full moon eclipse on the 7th at the 15th degree. If you have any planets or around that degree in the sign of Pisces, or even in the neighboring signs, or the signs that create aspects to it, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, they all trine each other, but you could have aspects from other angles as well Anything around 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, those kind of degrees. You're going to feel it even stronger. Okay, for the Seven of Wands, we have the Three of Pentacles. Maybe more gets revealed around the full moon. That's what this feels like. It's a possibility that there might be some transformation here, some kind of ending and transforming to bring in balance. So the Three of Pentacles, the Magician, which is how you showed up here today, the Two of Cups, the Soul Connection, and the Nine of Cups, which is over here. So we have a lot of repeating energy. At the bottom, we have the Devil. The Devil, unhealthy behavior patterns are what's blocking. In fact, the Devil is the shadow side. We get to clarify that next. So these are the unhealthy behavior patterns that we're here because of that. When it comes to rebuilding stability and making plans to bring this together, making plans with other people, manifesting your soul connection, the Two of Cups, in a very self-fulfilling, wish fulfillment kind of way, there's all this blocking energy. All this blocking energy, and you fear that you're being blocked or that you're doing some blocking here. It looks like it's just fears. It's this Nine of Swords. We have to look back um, at what's been repeating itself or showing itself in this reading. It's a lot of fear, a lot of stress, a lot of regrets of the past, a lot of doubt about trusting this, a lot of not being able to see what's blocking us. Be careful, Pisces, because over here, when it comes to making plans and manifesting this soul connection, you have the Nine of Cups here. It just makes me look over here at this destructive energy of stress, fear, and anxiety that is all the worries like blocking. And it's going to require a bold and courageous move to like unblock this. And so let's take a look at the Devil card next, because it's not healthy. It's a pattern that's showing up. I don't know if it's you or them, or maybe a combination, but the potential outcome is more unhealthy energy here with the shadow side. But it's all in the clarifiers, so let's see what the clarifiers have to say about the shadow side and the potential outcome. Unhealthy behavior pattern. Show us the shadow side, and we have the Queen of Swords. What is required? Let's see, the Seven of Cups, looking at all the options and choices. The Eight of Pentacles, repetitive work. So, guys, this is going to require patience for both parties. Patience and work, both. And it's not just a one and done, like let's have this conversation and we'll unblock everything. This is a pattern that's been going on, and patterns take time to fix. They take effort. They take repetitive effort. But you know what? These are opportunities showing up for us, because if you take the opportunity to make the effort and do it here, you can actually have a chance at resolving it. If you don't, you just give up because it's too hard, or I don't want to put in all that work and effort, or one person's being patient while the other person isn't, that's going to create issues and it's not going to happen. So at the bottom, we have Temperance, balance and healing over time. It takes patience. Temperance is patience because it's time and it's harmony. Harmony, patience, and time. It's why we're here. It's showing that in order to deal with these things that block the energies of manifesting the soul connection to a degree of your personal satisfaction, Pisces, rules, boundaries, limitations, and requirements must be set. Queen of Swords, parties must be clear. Parties must be very, very clear about boundaries, about what they need. This person needs to go slow. You need to go fast. I think that we have to respect their need to go slow and be patient. Patience, or else it's going to show a pattern. A pattern is going to show up that is going to block this, because that's the pattern. It's blocking energy. So boundaries, set rules and boundaries and be clear with each other. Seven of Cups, to make the best choices, to be clear, because some of these choices are confusing. The Queen of Swords is not confused because she comes right out and says, this is what I need. This is what I need. This is what I want. This is what I would like. These are my rules. These are my limits. And these are my boundaries. And this is what's required. And we have to respect both parties' wishes, and both parties have to do this work. There's no doubt about it. Making the correct choices to work at this. The choice is we must work at this repetitively. It's not one conversation of boundaries. It's not one conversation. Work has to be done. Sometimes we get lazy. We don't want to do the work. We think it should all come so easily, but we all come with baggage. We all come with blocking and blockages. We all come with devils, patterns that we have. And if we're really going to overcome them and achieve the relationships of our dreams, we absolutely must set boundaries and be clear. And we have to do it repetitively. We have to check in. Hey, how are we doing? How are you feeling about how things are going? And then we have to be clear and honest and concise, like the Queen of Swords would be. She knows what she wants and she expresses herself clearly. That's the choice that has to be made, and it has to be made repetitively, over and over and over again, checking in. And that's how we will develop more stability. That's how we transform. This is about what we can't see, about how to transform, how to end something and transform something. Now I know what. It's about the unhealthy behavior patterns of how we handle things. And we all have them. So we all have room for improvement. And I just think that constant conversation about it and clarity about it is really important here to bring in the balance. And it may have something, this hasn't been revealed yet, is what the moon is telling me, but I can't help but say that this might have something to do with the timing of it, is around the full moon eclipse, perhaps, where we become clearer, where we get the opportunity to see more clearly these energies and what is absolutely needed. And then we can decide, okay, do we want to put in that amount of work? Because it seems like an awful lot. We have repetitive patterns that we need to end and transform. Are we willing to put in the work? Anyway, let's get some advice, other than all that just came out of my mouth. But it's only because of the energies that are here speaking to it. So if that makes sense to you, hit like, hit subscribe, add your comments. I'd like to get the numbers, whatever YouTube's protocol is for the amount of subscribers up, so we can start to do live readings and you guys can just type in your questions and we can throw some cards on it and have some fun that way. What advice do you have for Pisces who are going through these energies? They want to manifest. They're ready. They're like, let's go. But somebody else's energy needs to move at a different pace. What do they need to know, please? Final advice. To stop the blockages. Final advice. Okay. Four of Wands. Ace of Swords. The Tower. And what brings us to this lineup, the Seven of Pentacles. Assessing the situation. We have the Four of Wands as a commitment to this opportunity for truth and clarity, and to be able to take action based on the truth and clarity that is here. committing to the truth and the clarity and the action to destroy, to destabilize the situation when it comes to, I think, the blockages, when it comes to assessing as well. Hmm. Committing to truth and clarity about the destructive energies. That's what it feels like. Assessing the situation accurately. Committing to truth. Committing to clarity. And committing to taking action based on that truth and clarity for a stable commitment. Truth and clarity and action is needed to destroy what needs to be destroyed. And it's that devil energy to so that you can build stability from the ground up. Because it's like too much past stuff in the way kind of thing. It's blocking. We must approach this with truth and clarity. Remember the Queen of Swords and this Ace of Swords. We must commit to the truth and the clarity of the situation. We must be clear. Repetitively, Eight of Pentacles, repetitively working and skill building on clarity and being clear, being concise, making the choices over and over and over again, committing to the truth of it all. So you have to be ready to even admit that there's an issue, there's a problem. Anyway, I hope this reading helps. Let's get a oracle card from Ask Your Guides Oracle. For Pisces who are going through these energies, ending and transforming. Even if it doesn't happen around the eclipse or you don't have degrees of planets around the eclipse energy lasts for months. So it's most strong near it, but then even from this full moon to the next full moon, and then they go out for like 6 months, and then it lingers even beyond that. So advice, ask your guides. So timing is hard to predict when doing this, or when working with our spirit teams and spirit guides on the other side, because there is no time and everybody's on a different time frame anyway. So, and energies can change at any moment. Here it's just showing you got to be really, really open to the needs of the other person, not just your own satisfaction. Nine of Cups is your own personal satisfaction. So this other person has needs to go slow. You have to decide, can you do that or not? Because they're moving very, very slowly. At least initially. Show us from Ask Your Guides. What does Pisces need to know? All right, we're just taking the top one. It's Epiphany, the higher self is the card. Card number 9, Epiphany, from your higher self guide. And here is the message Spirit wants you to have, Pisces. The keywords are inspiration, breakthrough, revelation, divine guidance. Congratulations, you're finally getting out of your head. And that's in quotes, getting out of your head, quote unquote. And connecting more directly to with your divine spirit. The flow of communication between your higher self and your conscious mind is strengthening daily, allowing you to fully sense this ongoing stream of divine guidance that is available to you. Oh, I have a mosquito bite. Sorry. Right on my knuckle, too. Um, as your connection to your higher self deepens, answers will suddenly drop into your consciousness like gifts from above. Aha moments. Aha moments will appear with greater frequency like light bulbs switching on in your head. These towers can be aha moments, by the way. Clarity, bam, an epiphany. All right. And it's here too. Epiphany, Ace of Wands, so you can take action to defeat the Nine of Swords. Okay. Let's see. Like gifts from above, aha moments will appear with greater frequency, like light bulbs switching on in your head. You'll find yourself consistently in the right place at the right time, showered with delightful support. Your higher self is also encouraging you to develop more spontaneity, flow with life rather than fight against it. Trust your inner guidance right now. Allow yourself to be gently led by your higher self rather than tormented by your fear mongering ego. And that would be the Nine of Swords, fear mongering ego. Uh, Remain in constant dialogue with your higher self and ask for help in overriding any internal resistance that may be preventing you from staying on your true path. You are on your way. Your higher self's message to you: listen to me and follow. Very good. So I encourage you to watch this message again because the high priestess showed up a couple of times, and this would be equivalent to that as well. Um, Anyway, I hope it helps, Pisces. It looks like your intentions are wonderful and you have a lot of potential here for a positive outcome, but it's through work and transformation that this harmony and balance and healing can come into play. So I wish that for you guys. And with that, I look forward to reading for you next time. Take care, Pisces.